Top five.
Yeah, girl, you ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top 5, her. Yeah, set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
We watched 2 early 2000s horror movies. The Hills Have Eyes remake.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I did actually like it. And another one that was strange, but I kind of liked, was House of a Thousand Corpses, the Rob Zombie movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched that with a friend, and it was strange. It had like young Dwight from The Office and like a young fat Chris Hardwick in it.
Was it Doctor Strange? Yeah, that's my segue. No, that's not my segue. That is not my
Please
segue.
don't let that happen.
Welcome to the podcast. No. That's cool. Chris Hardwick.
Yeah.
Shall we just get into it then?
Let's slip in.
Let's
do it.
slip
Let's
it.
just slip right into it. Speaking of Doctor Strange.
Doctor, damn it.
I don't go to the doctor.
No?
No, I haven't been in for a long time.
Actually,
and I really
me neither.
should.
Apparently, you should
But-
get your balls checked every once in a while.
I check my balls enough.
I do that probably too much. Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks good to me. I'm no doctor, but it feels okay.
No, they look awful, but they feel good.
Does anyone's look good?
No,
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do to make that situation kind of like a good one?
Does anybody else's hang like too far to the right?
Oh, yeah.
Yours does.
Well,
Like I feel like
Trying to
one
think.
ball.
One's a little higher than the
One's
other?
higher than the other.
well, that's got to be for everybody, right? I feel like.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
There's definitely
Is that just like
height
a
difference.
temperature control thing?
Ooh,
maybe.
power. Strange. Let's just get into it. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Ranked Top 5 List of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tuong La, and today I have assembled a crew of superheroes. The B team, the Avengers, actually C team. We'll go with C team, but I love them all the same.
The West Coast Avengers.
West Coast Avengers,
Oh.
yeah. And let's just jump right into it. To my left, we have definitely the Hawkeye of the team.
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye, definitely.
Or Hawk?
Hawkeye.
Wow.
Hawkeye,
of the
oh.
team. Dan Foerster is here, everyone. Hey, Hawkeye's kind of cool. He's got a
Mohawk.
Cool new haircut.
cool new haircut. He looks brooding in this new movie coming
Got some
up.
tattoos now,
Actually,
too.
fun fact, guys.
Yeah.
Avengers comes out today. Today, right now.
I can't wait
Isn't
to
that
see it.
I'm
That's
seeing
amazing.
it at
right now.
10:30.
We should be seeing the movie instead of podcasting right now. But anyways, of course, we have a duty to podcast first and Avengers later. But Hawkeye, thank you for being part of the cast.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Happy to be here.
What's your favorite arrow that you have in your arsenal?
Oh my goodness.
So many.
A
to choose from.
multi-arrow. I don't know. Multi-arrow.
Oh,
Shoots 3.
wow, that's
Incredibly boring.
yeah, a little bit.
Made up right now.
Dan, who's the next Avenger next to you here?
We have the bearded beauty. You can choose which one you want, Thor or
Wow.
Captain America.
That's amazing.
I'd say more Cap at this point.
I'm definitely, look, if I could have the Cap aesthetic from Infinity War always, I know I would be happy and my wife would be even happier. So
I'm really sad he doesn't have the beard
Look, I
now.
know.
Hey,
Look,
we don't
here
know.
I am.
We'll find out tonight when we see the movie.
Yeah.
Justin Godelie, everyone.
Justin
Hello,
Justin,
hello. Thanks.
You kind of do look like a superhero, but again, like West Coast.
Yeah, like a sad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's failed every mission he's been on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
He's
But,
one mission away from being cut.
Yeah.
Just like he needs a win.
This fucking guy keeps killing people. Like, what's going on?
No guns.
No.
Justin, you got to announce this last Avenger here.
I think I can think of no better word than grand and terrifying in the best
Thank
way
you.
possible.
Thank you.
The Galactus to this podcast.
Wow.
Wow.
Angus.
Angus
Thank you.
MacDonald.
Hello. Yes,
Galactus.
I will eventually eat this podcast.
Well, please let us finish recording the podcast first before
Well,
you
we'll
eat
see.
us.
We'll see. I don't know.
No
We'll see.
promises. I don't think Galactus was ever an Avenger, so that's kind of cheating, I think.
What are you talking about? I'm
Was he?
fairly certain the Avengers I mean, probably at some
Probably a
point,
little
right?
bit. I don't know.
I think so.
He's just in
Yeah.
Angus is in the ether right now. Like,
Thank
you know,
you.
so I
He's
mean,
an Eternal.
He's an eternal. So
Yeah, I got you. Whoa, we're
He's like
pumping
an-
Angus a lot right
He's
now.
kind of like a Galactus cloud of this podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right, because
Yeah.
Angus today, show regular Angus MacDonald, he is actually Skyping in from Ottawa, very far from here. It's-
Yeah.
But with the power of the internet, he's able to give us a good connection. So, Angus, thank you for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, man.
With the power of the internet.
The internet's a strong thing, but that's not a nomination today. You cannot do
Oh
that.
well. Oh, okay.
Oh, that-
Damn it.
I need to adjust my
There
list.
goes half my list.
Oh, are we not allowed to nominate things that already exist and everyone has access to?
Yeah, I don't think so. Today, to celebrate superheroes, we are going to do top 5 superpowers. What?
so excited.
Now, you may have thought, early ranked listeners know that Angus and I actually did a similar episode before. But
did.
We did a similar episode, but different enough, I would argue. We did top 5 practical superpowers for everyday life.
Oh.
Yeah, so the nominations were wildly different, I think.
Okay.
It'd be like finding your wallet or something like item detection. And I think, Angus, you said like mild temperature control.
Yes.
If you're
Item
like-
detection was also one of mine. So I'm glad that the two of the ones I nominated you.
I remember,
you-
man.
I remember one it was about communicating
Yep,
and being able
mine,
to
mine
talk to
was
everyone.
Wordsmith.
Ooh.
Everyone
Ooh,
shit
yeah.
talked me on Wordsmith. The idea was that you would know exactly how to express yourself at any given moment.
Ah,
and how
that's
to
really good.
communicate yourself, right? You know how you're always tripping up on words and stuff like
Every
that?
single day.
Every single day?
yeah.
You have a mastery of the word.
I like that. Yeah.
That's really good.
Well,
Yeah, I think the problem that came with that one in the podcast was we kept trying to put weaknesses on it, but none of them would stick.
Also, by trying to explain what wordsmith was, I wish I had that superpower because I did a terrible job, if I remember correctly. But today we're doing top 5 superpowers, and I think we're definitely gonna have ground rules, obviously, to this one too. But we'll try to keep it loosey goosey as well. What do you guys think for ground rules here?
I think an important one is be like I've got Superman's powers. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's
You gotta
that's-
pick one.
Yeah, you gotta pick one of them and stick with that.
Right, Dan? Any ground rules you want to lay?
I think mine was kind of just similar to that. Like it can't be something like that, or I think something that's not too like world-shatteringly strong,
Sure.
or some sort of like force-like power, like the Phoenix Force. That's
Right.
There's too much to that.
So to
Yeah.
that point,
That's more of an
Yeah,
entity.
it's an entity
Yeah.
that gives you those powers. I don't think that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the communication with that entity, I suppose. That could be a superpower.
The other one I think I'd said too earlier was like the Captain Universe powers. Like again, it's like kind of an entity that's
Yeah.
taking over. So yeah,
Right.
doesn't work.
Angus, any ground rules you want to lay down?
None that I can think of.
I have a couple that I looked at.
Like-
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I think this is going to go into one you had. You mentioned something about like has to be like associated with a character. Was that something you wanted to
Well,
do?
I just said like you don't have to like say this from this super guy, but mostly
Okay.
just like this has to have been a power in fiction already. Not
Gotcha.
something that you made up. But I feel
Whoa.
like every superpower has been made up by now, so we'll see.
I don't know. I've got some pretty creative ones.
Never-ending boner.
I already have that.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I can tell.
That's actually normal. Do you not have that?
Yeah. What's wrong with
I
you?
really should see a doctor. Strange. No. I'm done with that'll never get old. I have a couple that I actually pulled from other ground rules that I kind of did some research on. Gadgets and tech, like Batman's utility belt and Iron Man's armor, does not count.
Yeah,
Whereas
right.
Yeah,
a superpower, that is not a superpower. Being really, really good at something also shouldn't count. It can be a super, like, you can have supernatural abilities, I guess.
Right.
But, like, here's the example that I read here. Green arrow at archery isn't enough
Right.
of a superpower.
Or like,
Like, you
Really?
can be really good at, like, marksmanship.
You went with Green Arrow and not Hawkeye. Interesting.
Yeah, well, we already have a Hawkeye here.
That's a good point.
His favorite arrow shoots 3 at one time.
Obviously, what I...
that's my most creative one, guys. Yeah.
Let's see here. I like this round rule here, and obviously we can shift this to our own kind of ground
Right.
rules ourselves. But this one is it's the result, not the means, that define the power. So, for example, I would say Green Lantern's ring is that the Green Lantern's ring is not the nomination, but what it does Like the result
Right,
of that
yeah,
is the
yeah.
power.
Creating
Yes,
hard light projections.
Right.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think about magic?
Yeah, that
feel
kind of came
about
up
that?
when I was thinking about
Yeah.
this too.
This one says magic lets you do cool things, but it shouldn't count. But
You know what you should
think
do,
it-
Tung?
Yeah.
You should save that for one of your Harry Potter episodes or something like that, and keep that
Like-
shit out of the way when I'm on
Yeah,
this.
yeah, we don't have to talk about Harry Potter today.
I think if you were to choose, like, if it was something magic based, I think you have to choose which one of those magic powers
Like
it is,
spell?
like conjuring or you
Sure.
know, like destruction
Summoning or-
magic,
sure,
magic
yeah,
or
okay.
something.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
have to choose which
Skyrim
one.
style.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the context of where a power is used matters?
Meaning what?
This example was Superman on Krypton isn't super powered, but on Earth he is because of the yellow sun. I don't know if it'll come up.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Well, we all we all live on Earth, right? I understand I'm calling you from the moon, but my main house is on Earth.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's funny enough. We're also on the moon. Oh,
Wait.
Angus.
Is that you guys?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'm ready. He's waving
he's
at
not-
us, guys. He doesn't want to
I
come
mean,
over, but it's
I'd love to come over, but that bit is way too hard to accomplish.
do it for the cast.
6-hour drive.
And I think the last one I would say is that our bodies probably are we relating the superpowers to ourselves? I guess there's
Meaning-
no way to like get around that, but I mean, we would be saying that our bodies can handle these superpowers.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the human
yeah.
body.
I don't have to be a man from space to handle this or whatever. Like,
whatever it is.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like that's the problem where it's like, okay, if I bring up something, you know, it's hard to not without getting into it. Is an example of like, oh, I'm super at this, but I'm not super durable, maybe. So it's like,
Well, I think
guess
that's-
those
yeah.
would kind of have to.
We'll talk about that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the main goal is that not someone nominates a power and then we're like, well, and then your body would be destroyed. So bad nomination.
I think
You
it's
know what I mean?
yeah. I think you can do that power and
Yeah.
probably be okay doing it.
Yeah, I want to say like whatever power that you're nominating, I think we just have to be assumed that your body can handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
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 It's hard to get too specific
Yeah.
without giving away a nomination. But
yeah. Well, let's
We all
just
know.
get into
We all know what
We'll
we're
get
talking
it.
about.
I guess we'll.
Okay, we'll get into
If we
it.
find one.
We'll find one. We'll
Yeah.
rip it apart, and then we'll apologize profusely about it.
So
It will be
strange.
tough.
So strange. Oh wait,
So strange.
is this not how we do it?
Just like every episode of Ranked, we'll each nominate 3 nominations. Each go around the table 3 times, make a master list of 12, and whittle that down to a top 5 super powered list. All right, I'm excited for this, guys. So you know. Because, you know, there's a zillion lists out there that are, what's the best superpowers? And I think we're going to kind of go through that a little bit in this podcast today. But I recommend creativity if you can. Me, myself, I looked at like the general superpowers. Then I started looking at anime superpowers. And then I started looking at video game superpowers. And I kind of took it from there. But I think if I had to go with just one that I really liked, and I guess you can tell me if this is too OP or not, because
Okay.
I can go one step lower,
Yeah.
is elemental bending.
Elemental bending.
From air, like the last Airbender.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
cool.
it would be so. This is where I say it might be OP. Is that I would say the Avatar himself can bend all 4 elements, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I would want to nominate, but I can understand that it might be OP if I can say, oh, I can I can bend all 4 elements.
I feel
Well,
like you need to
that's-
choose one.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Superman of
Yeah,
it, where it's like
But-
that character is special because he or she can do all 4.
I might fight for Tung on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'll
like,
go for
like
it.
I'll support him, like because I think he's saying he's not saying like just fire bending or like water bending or whatever. He's just talking about elemental bending.
well,
Yeah.
it would be all 4 elements.
I
right?
know,
Yeah.
but like I still feel like the power of elemental bending means you could bend any of those,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things. I think I would give him an okay on that one.
It's up
Actually.
to you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Go for it.
because I don't know if it's too encompassing, because I know there's a lot of powers out there that can do stuff like this. I'm not sure if it's too much.
I'd say go for it. It's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm looking over my list here, and it's not affecting me in any way. So
Oh, well then.
you know, fucking Hawkeye over here is all boner for it. But anyway,
Well,
no, I'm
Boner arrows.
Yeah.
So
Please put those away.
So for those who are not, familiar, bending of the elements from like Avatar: The Last Airbender, you can use the power of fire, earth, wind, and water to kind of construct stuff.
You're talking about the movie, right?
The
You're
movie,
talking about the movie?
only the M. Night Shyamalan movie version of it. But it'd be like with air, you can, I don't know, it's pretty obvious, I guess. You can float with it a little bit. You can kind of glide with it.
I don't know about a little bit. They straight up fly a lot.
No, you can't fly with the air bending. Well, you can kind of float. You can fly a little bit, maybe a little bit. Like water is cool because you can kind of turn it into like icicle shards and F people up with that, but also heal people with. Earth is pretty obvious. You just use the ground beneath you to kind of construct a bunch of cool shit. And then fire is fire.
Now, the interesting thing is, and I watched this show, and I was really curious, where does the fire come from? They don't need fire to, like, be there, but all the other people, they're not creating earth or water or
It's
air.
from
They're using it.
oxygen and whatever.
Okay, so you're saying their body is so hot.
No,
And there's no
Yeah, how
fuel
do they
for-
spark it?
Do they have Tinder?
No, they
Well,
use their hands.
It's not like
Well,
a
and
Roy
what's
Mustang
the
kind of
market?
thing where he has like a little lighter or something. It's-
No, it's not like that. It's just
No.
like they just use their hands and I guess the ox. I don't.
And their feet and their
And their
mouths,
feet.
and they shoot. I've seen characters shoot fire out of their mouths.
That's true.
So yeah, they just make it.
They
Okay,
just make
well,
it.
wait, whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Using the elements around you.
in the air.
In the air. In the air.
Okay.
Elemental bending.
Elemental bending.
Okay.
Dan,
Okay.
Fire.
what do you got?
So I got one that's got maybe kind of similar. Maybe that's also why I said it was okay for yours.
Fucking hot.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
I know. So mine is telekinesis.
Ooh.
And there's a bunch of different telekinetic characters out there, and I really kind of debated back and forth on which one to really say here. So I'll say like Jean Grey, kind of inspired by Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say telekinesis because it can give you a couple different abilities. I think the main one that a lot of people think of is that you could like pull things closer to you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But you could also send things flying as well, so it has like a
Right.
destructive nature, like a convenient nature of like, beer me, you can pull your beer over to yourself, which is
Right,
kind of
right.
cool. But you could like throw it against the wall as well if someone's being an asshole, I guess. But
I would be so fat with telekinetic power.
so good.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, definitely fuck shit up. If I had telekinesis.
But I was really geeking out on the whole telekinesis thing, and apparently, like, there's different characters who have like stronger psionic abilities. So it depends on the character exactly. Like some telekinetics could they could like crush a car kind of thing. Some it might just be like I don't know, like a door, but others could actually like crush like a tank. It all depends on the strength of the character.
So it'd be the strength of you.
I guess so, which would be pretty weak. But
What was that movie? The movie with it was like Dane DeHaan. It was like Chronicle.
oh
I
yeah,
think it was.
Chronicle.
Oh, Chronicle.
I liked how
yeah.
I liked how they did it because they basically have telekinesis.
Yeah.
But it's like a muscle. So like the one of the guys that gets telekinesis just like keeps practicing and he just gets better at it than everyone else.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't think it's an innate. I like that because you bring up a good point. Like all these powers we're gonna nominate, it's like, well, I'll nominate power X, and it's like, okay, well, there's 12 different characters that have that power, and all in varying level.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think telekinesis is great, and I would 100% get much fatter with telekinesis. I would just like levitate food to my mouth. I'd levitate
Yeah, that's
myself up
probably
the door.
what I would do too. Just food purposes only.
Now,
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
add-on with this one, too, is that, if you can do that to objects, you can do that to yourself. So that does also have a quality of flight as well.
You think
it's
so?
telekinetic flight.
Are we fighting crime with these, or
Oh,
doing
good
whatever
question.
we want?
So we live with these powers. We're
In this exact world we live in now.
exact world, probably right.
So are there no other superpowered people in our world?
This is a good question. What do
Because
you think?
none currently exist that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's true.
If I have these abilities, I kind of want to fight crime.
I'll tell you what. If I'm not sure if you guys agree, but if we have superpowers, it stands to reason that probably someone else in the world has them too.
Yeah,
enough.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I was
Okay.
really hoping to become like an all-powerful dictator, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's not gonna work out. I don't think.
Which dictator? The Sacha Baron Cohen one, or
I think you know it's the Sacha
You know
Baron
which
Cohen.
one.
Justin? What do you got?
Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm so like not nervous, but like your two are like very good and well thought out, and I feel like mine are not going to be like that.
Come on,
They're gonna
man.
be
Don't
very
sell yourself
basic.
short.
Yeah, come on.
You're the cap of the group.
It's gonna be bowling
Thanks,
all
guys.
over again. He's gonna say like, "Oh, that's so good," and then he's gonna have this amazing thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
very incredible at bowling. The first superpower that I thought of for this list, and it's one I've wanted ever since I was a kid: teleportation.
Bam.
Boom.
That's
No-
cool. What's
no-
wrong with that?
Nah, I don't know.
In my top 3.
Yeah, teleportation is incredible. Like I kind of envision it. It's almost like the cinematic like Nightcrawler, where you just like you go into like a puff of smoke and then you just appear somewhere. I do have like caveats with it
Sure,
that I
let's
think
go.
are important for anybody to have. That
Let's hear 'em.
You jump from point to point, but you have to have. And I can't decide if you have to have like seen it before or been in that location before. You know what I mean? Because I think there's some that follow either of those rules. I like the idea of seeing it. So if I'm like, I've seen
Yeah, I can't remember
something
what-
on TV, I know I can transport
Nightcrawler
there.
has one of those rules, and I don't remember
Yeah.
which one it is. I think
Yeah,
he has
I-
to have been there before.
I believe it changes across the meta of like the comics and
I
the
think you're
movies.
right.
In the movies, they hit hard that he's got to be able to see where he's going, but then also later in that movie, he goes somewhere without seeing it.
Yeah, because
Or-
he gets enough confidence to go through the wall.
Exactly. Which I think, but I think that's the thing is that's the guessing game is he's able to project himself a certain distance, but it's not that he has to know it's where he's going. It's just that like if he fucks up, he ends up inside a wall. You know?
Yeah.
And actually, I want to talk about this one because this was like one of my top 3 teleportation. Nightcrawler specifically, I've always loved it. I think it's great, and I love the poof of smoke. My actually, I was talking to my girlfriend about superpowers today, and she brought up a great kind of example. It's a bit of a twist on this. It's just like fast traveling in video games. So it's like points you've already been to. You can just like close your eyes. There's a quick loading screen, and then you're there.
I love that.
I'd like to imagine I see the progress bar in my like blank
Yeah, yeah.
eyes as it's happening.
There's like a model. It's like Skyrim, so there's like a model of something you're familiar with spinning around.
But do you crash? Is like the system crash and then you lose
well,
your
I'm not
progress?
I'm playing it on an Xbox. Jesus.
Okay, yeah,
Teleportation.
teleportation.
I love teleportation.
So
To
you're
me-
doing you've been there before or have seen it before?
I think I kind of want to go seen it before just because I have more flexibility, honestly. To me, it's the natural progression of wanting to fly. When
Right.
you're a kid, you see superpowers, I want to fly. And then it's like, well, if you have teleportation, save yourself some time, you know?
Yeah,
Fast travel. So.
that's fair.
And with teleportation, I would still get slightly fatter, but not as fat as I
Yeah.
because I still got to move my arms. I teleport myself to the fridge,
And then one day you get too drunk and you teleport inside the fridge.
and that's fine because I'll just eat my way out. With one thing we should say, and it hasn't been brought up yet, but I think it's safe to assume with teleportation, my clothes teleport with me,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, of course.
and maybe anything maybe anything touching me.
Oh,
besides
fair
the
enough. Yeah. Do you want to have that power too?
I would like that because then I can be no.
Take somebody with you.
I can
You-
take somebody with me, or I can become a hero. I said, like, I see like
Absolutely.
a burning building. I'm in there.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh man, how
saving
much
people.
would that suck if you didn't have that? Like
be really
you're
bad.
burning, and then you try and teleport out, but you keep teleporting yourself. It's like this is sad. Angus, what do you got?
Okay, well, so teleportation I go bump off my list, but that means I can bring one of my weirder ones in. I'll save that. I still got to decide. Here's a super easy over the plate one. It's kind of boring, but I have to get it in there because
Do
it's
it.
kind of great. A healing factor of some kind, like Wolverine or like any numerous character. There's too many characters to name. They all have healing factors of varying levels. I had a couple rules in mind for it though. I hate this shit where it's like, oh, my arm gets cut off and then my arm sprouts a new body. It's like, no. Whatever my, I guess like my core. So like either my head or my torso grows new parts. Like if my head get cut off, would I grow a new head or would my head grow a new body? That's really the one I'd need to figure out.
Well, that sounds really close to Deadpool's healing factor, which I also had on my list.
How does this work? Because I
Well-
feel like they intentionally leave it vague.
Well, I did a little bit of reading into it. It's interesting. His is so I think he has to have his head. He does have to have his head. But there's been times where even his head has exploded and it's been able to repair.
Yes.
But his healing factor also like the rate of how fast it works does also depend on a couple other things. And one of those is like his general mood. Like if he's happy, like
Really?
he'll regenerate faster than if he's sad.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
regenerate so slowly.
But yeah, he can regenerate whole limbs. But it depends on the writer exactly. But he needs to have his head.
I believe there is a story about like a bunch of discarded Deadpool parts piecing themselves together and making like a patchwork evil Deadpool.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
But
you
I wouldn't worry about that.
you
I'd
wouldn't
just kill
do
it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
so Angus, like if I chopped off your arm, you can heal your arm back, and there's just another your dead arm on the ground kind of thing.
Yeah,
But can
yeah,
you
I
move
guess
that
so.
arm?
No.
No, it's just.
I mean, I could pick it up, but
Okay.
it doesn't move itself.
Okay, cool. So it's
slap
not
people with
it's not like a sentient dead
No,
body
no, no,
parts
no,
or
no,
anything
fuck
like
that.
Okay,
Fuck-
okay. You're-
That gets too problematic. And then the other thing is like, I'm not going to be like, selling my arms to people who are hungry because, cannibalism's not cool.
Not cool, guys. You heard it here
I
first on the
call
podcast.
Wait, sorry,
Cannibalism.
not cool?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, yeah, not cool, but cool.
So healing factor.
Healing
yeah.
factor.
Healing factor,
You know,
yeah.
I like that. I think it has
Of all-
to be inside.
That one works really well in your everyday life too, even in a non-superhero sense. It's like I'm gonna wake up in the morning and not be like, well, I guess I'm not gonna hurt my back in my sleep because it's just gonna fucking repair itself. You know what I mean?
I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned waking up, and sadly, my first thought was waking up hungover. Because you're regenerating
Oh, yeah.
Are you able to then wake up and not hungover?
Probably, but it probably will also be hard to get drunk.
Yeah,
Yes,
you probably won't
I was
get
about to
drunk.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Captain
okay.
America thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, though, that would just be like, no, okay, not to sound like a total monster psycho, but it would give me a reason to be like, no, I'm gonna try Coke. Or I'm gonna try it's not gonna kill me. It's
true.
a healing factor.
It'll just make you stronger.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, yeah. You know what? I've always wanted to motor oil. Looks real tasty. Oh, wow, that really messed me up. I'm fine.
Just put all the drugs in one bag and blend
Yeah.
it and snort it.
I didn't think of the drug use potential of healing factor.
Amazing.
Sticking with it, though. Healing factor, yeah.
All right.
Love it. All right, we're going to round 2 here. Okay, round 2. I think I should probably say another boring one, so we should get it out of the way for sure. If it wasn't on this list, it would be quite a shame. We've already talked about it a little bit, but super flight. It has to be said.
Whoa. Super flight?
Super
What is it?
flight.
What is super flight?
It's just flight. Well, I would say if I had to choose, super flight being
Like supersonic? Like you can
I
go
don't
that fast?
I don't know if I want to go that fast.
I'm scared.
just do it in the invincible sense, or even like we were talking with Chronicle. It's like it's
Yeah.
a thing, you can improve it.
You can,
if
yeah,
practice.
exactly. If you practice enough, you can get pretty fast. Supersonic, that seems kind of ridiculous.
Maybe
let's be
not,
honest
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But
Maybe subsonic speeds. That's still pretty impressive.
yeah, I would say you don't have super strength or anything like that.
I mean, it's not instantaneous like teleportation, but I get what you're going for.
yeah, I think it's like one of those things. When you first think about a superpower that everybody wants, it's
Absolutely.
the first thing you think about is, I wish I could fly.
Yeah.
I could fly from here to there. It's sexy. It's a sexy thing to do. If you teleport from one place to another, it's cool, but it's not like seeing
It's
someone
kind
fly.
of teleportation is also kind of creepy. Maybe a
It
little
would
bit.
be
It's a little
pretty
creepy.
sexy if I just emerged from a cloud of smoke.
No, I'd
Yeah.
be pretty pissed. What if I have asthma?
Well, it'll dissipate.
I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. Angus, what if I just, well, I guess I don't have super strength, so I can't just lift you and just carry you everywhere.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Why the fuck do you need super strength to lift me?
Man, I can't lift you for long periods of time. I can barely lift
long periods.
yeah, like 50 pounds. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot
That's
to carry.
true.
Now
anyway.
times what?
Multiply that a couple
4?
times, and that's a lot.
5.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It'd be tough. I guess it would still come with the problem with bugs in your mouth, but
Oh yeah.
but
Well, just a motorcycle helmet. You just throw
Yeah,
a
there you
motorcycle.
go.
yeah, I think it'll be fine with it.
Oh, the
Yeah.
cleaning costs for cleaning those helmets though, because you're still
Little
getting blood.
Windex.
You're right.
You know.
You're right. Not worth it. Fuck flight.
You need a utility belt.
So what do you guys think about being able, you have the power of super flight,
Right.
but can you see you think while you're flying that fast? Would you say by training to fly all the time you'd be able to kind of deal with all that wind velocity in your face and
Like I just said.
Yeah.
Motorcycle helmet.
yeah.
Put something in front of your face and you'll be fine.
So
Right.
I think this.
I mean, you'd have to probably keep it relatively low so you could still breathe.
Right.
There's that.
Right.
I think
Well,
this-
that's a lot of room to play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
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 I just feel like this kind of goes back to what we were saying with the rules earlier on, but
Is that our body can handle it?
yeah, I think if you have the power of super flight,
that's right.
not
It's
just
super.
flight, super flight,
Yeah.
your body would be able to handle all the winds and the differences in temperature
Sure.
and all
Okay.
those things. So
Now
you'd
I
be
want
fine.
we should probably address something here.
Yeah.
If you have super flight,
That's right.
if you have flight, the ability of flight,
Super
and
flight.
I'm gonna come to you and ask you. It's like, shit, man, this is really high up. Can you go get this for me? Can you reach this thing? Can you help me move?
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I'll make a killing like moving pianos though.
You can't lift them though.
You're not
Yeah,
super
you can.
strong.
Yeah.
I'm regular strong.
It's a piano.
It is.
Just so the listeners understand, I don't weigh more than a piano. I don't know where Tung's saying he can lift pianos from. Not me.
Angus got huge over the last couple weeks that I've seen him. Dan, what do you got?
Oh, okay, yeah. So my next up was going to be the healing factor, so I'm like scrambling in my brain.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Angus. I'm going to say shape-shifting, like Mystique.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of a fun one. I think it's, I don't know, in my day-to-day, I think it would just be more just kind of fun. I don't think I would really have
Reason to?
big reason to. It might even just be like minor kind of things. Like, I wouldn't mind having different color eyes today. Like, just still kind of look like myself. I'd probably make myself more handsome looking,
Right.
you know, like
Not possible.
Just change it a little bit, you know.
Uh-huh,
but then from there it would be like, little tweaks here and there. But then, at parties for like fun, you know, unless I don't know,
Yeah, you
I
really
became like a
punk
secret agent or something, you know. But that would be a lot of fun.
This actually came up on the other episodes, and it was my other nomination, and it was just the ability to change little things about yourself.
It was minor shape.
I would say it was, I would believe it was subtle mystique or minor mystique. I would say go full mystique. And like one of the things I think super fascinating about Mystique's powers is that like she makes clothing too.
That's right.
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like, I didn't have time to go home and my shirt is dirty.
Yeah.
Or just are all of your
True.
clothes always a construct? It's
You could-
just like, you don't ever have to
Right.
buy clothes again.
Oh, that's
Right.
right. Yeah, that's true.
And like I could see something on TV and be like, shit, I really like that suit. All right, well,
Boom.
I'm wearing it now. Boom, I'm wearing it.
So with shape shifting, does that count to? It must. Your voice too.
Yeah,
shifts
of
with
course.
It, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
that's the
Mystique's
thing is,
powers is like.
Just say if you say like Mystique, because like it's not like Beast Boy. He's not going to turn into animals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shape,
Mystique.
yeah, humanoid.
That was
type
going to be
stuff.
my
Yeah.
question. Do you want the ability to change into a couch?
No, like it would be. I think that's pushing it a little too much. I feel.
Whoa,
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
dream too big there,
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into a fire hydrant or like something like that. You know, like it would just be, just human qualities. I would feel.
Yeah,
Okay.
Really
Yeah.
fix your
And the
ball
clothes,
problem
yeah.
we've been having.
No, I'm gonna make it worse. Actually,
That's a superpower. Elongated balls.
Wow, that's great. This really fucked with your doctor a little bit. He's like, can't figure this out.
What the fuck is going on with this guy?
Justin, what do you have?
I got so many here. I'm gonna go with, because I can't decide, power absorption.
Which one?
oh,
Or like what
Sebastian
kind?
Shaw.
Like Rogue.
like
like
okay,
Rogue.
not like Parasite or something.
Not like Parasite. No, I want to be like Rogue, because I don't want to like, because and again, I'm a dummy. How long does Rogue have roughly? How long does Rogue have those powers when she comes into contact with you?
It varies because like doesn't she steal the ability of flight from Captain Marvel?
She does, but she holds on for a really long time to do
She
it.
has it forever. doesn't
She has a
Well,
weakness, which is which I don't think has changed. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
she takes your a part of the person's memories
Yeah.
with it.
Whoa, that's
like their
not the
personality.
weakness. The
Like,
weakness
like-
is that she kills people when she touches them for too long.
Yeah. Well, that's too. But like the memories and like
That's to normal humans, I feel though.
What?
It was other.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll kill humans if she holds on for too long. Mutants,
Oh,
she
that's
could like
fair.
permanently absorb their ability.
yeah. But I think what's the weakness with the memories? Like she takes that and like also kind of starts becoming like them a little bit.
I remember
Okay.
one time she like held on to like Wolverine. She became like kind of like like angry
Yeah.
like Wolverine, you know,
Yeah.
like for a little while. Yeah.
So one thing to keep in mind though is the world we're living in filled with superheroes? Are you going to have a lot of
Yeah,
opportunities?
I don't know.
I was wondering about that too, Shaz.
We'll just say that there's other superheroes out there, and we don't know how many.
Yeah.
Or you go up to someone and you're like, you high five like a hockey player. And
Yeah.
then, like I'm the
See?
greatest hockey player that ever lived. Well, I'm as good as Sidney Crosby. I'm so sorry. That's the only.
That's all right. That's
Yeah,
No, I mean
Justin is
Michael
cringing.
Jordan.
Wayne Gretzky.
yeah. So maybe like Rogue's ability, like for like superpowers, but for general. I'm changing this on the fly. I apologize.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
No, it's good.
The absorption of general talents.
Oh.
I like-
So and again, going to like the hockey player thing of like, I'm gonna be a great skater, and I got it.
So like the Monstars from Space Jam.
Oh, okay.
Exactly like
You said Monstars from the beginning, Justin.
I have to juicify somebody though and drink them, but I'm willing to do that for the speed of Usain Bolt.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
I thought like when you first said this, you meant like you could be walking into work, you're feeling a little low, you didn't have a coffee, you're like, hey, how's it going, man? And you like tap them on the shoulder, and then you like zap a little bit of their energy.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly you're great. They're not.
Look, if I can find I'll just find a happy,
yeah.
like awake person, and I'll change my life. That'll be perfect. So I'll just do that.
And I guess you're targeting what you kind of take from them. If you take like someone and they've got like, narcolepsy, and you don't end up absorbing narcolepsy.
Yeah, I got to be real careful.
Yeah.
Super AIDS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't want that
Not
super
time
AIDS.
for your nomination.
Last thing about yours, Justin. So is it you get to choose when? Sorry, like it's not like I don't want to absorb anything today. You don't like put on a glove.
I want
like-
to say I got to put on a glove.
Okay.
I have to have some kind of like it's skin on skin. I gotta say.
Okay, but like you can't control. Like if you had your glove off and you
And I
just
touch
someone,
you, like
you're probably accidentally absorbing something.
I'm absorbing something. The longer, obviously, the more I'm absorbing. But like if I'm just like this, Dan's probably fine there.
Okay, cool.
He's very fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Awesome. Yeah, Angus.
Oh shit, it's me. Oh god. Okay. Well, this is one. Well, fuck. This one seems like it would have worked better on. I'll do one of my maybe more creative or less comic booky ones. This definitely would have been much better on the practical one, but I'll do it anyway. I'm obsessed with how characters in like fiction and like movies in particular can like remember events in like third person. So all they have to do is like close their eyes and they're like, yeah, I was at the bar, and then they like solve the mystery by like remembering something they couldn't possibly have seen because it took place behind them. And I think that would be maybe kind of cool, to like the ability to recall events in third person.
You
or
wanna-
just like
yeah.
You
like
want to
a
be Benedict Cumberbatch in Sherlock. That's what you want to
Oh,
be.
yeah, that's true.
sure. Yeah, is that a thing he can do in that?
Maybe not in third person.
Not in third person, but he just like, this is what the room was like, and then he just like visualizes it, and it's just that he knows exactly what kind of shoes
It's
somebody
like
was
any
wearing.
of those like
It's like a
CSI
photograph.
shows and
Yeah.
Dexter and stuff like
Well, yeah,
that. They know
it's like
exactly what happened.
I've got
It
the
is-
word to
it's
describe
usually
it,
a crime. What's that?
and it's from the show Mind Palace. He needs a
Mind
mind
Palace.
palace. There we go.
Ah.
Yes, I'm okay
To
with
figure
that.
stuff out.
Yeah, Mind Palace. So it's kind of like I think the one of the inherent things with Mind Palace too is that like you kind of have better
I like that.
because I have heard that term before. You have like better faculties over like your memories in general because you can like catalog them in different rooms and stuff like that or that kind of thing. So just like having like a really like spot on exact memory, and it would be so good in so many ways. And I'm realizing now in bad in so many ways too. You could never truly forget like terrible moments. You'd remember them in great detail.
I don't know. You lock it far enough into your mind
That's
palace.
true.
You know, your
the
mind
beast.
palace. It's a palace, dude. There's some rooms
Yeah.
in there you can lock it up in.
Yeah, you lock it up
like-
in a trunk, throw it in the attic.
That's right. That's right.
But I've got like this nice room where it's like, oh, that wonderful first date I went on that was so wonderful, and I was flying 10 miles high or whatever the term is, and I was just like, I want to remember that in perfect detail. And it's also like great too because you could like win arguments.
You could win
People would
Jeopardy.
be like, no, I'm pretty sure this, and I'm like, I'm remembering it exactly right now. You said this.
I guess you could you think you could do that pretty quick, or is it another one of those you practice long enough? Probably practice long enough.
Probably practice long enough. I think
like,
maybe the more recent it is, the easier it is to recall. So if I want to like construct something from 20 years ago, like with Tony Stark's like barf tech, I'm like, I can do that. I can do that basically. I can like walk through as another person and examine every element. But it's like that one I'm gonna have to like really close my eyes and squint if I want to remember something from like the 4th grade.
Right.
You know?
Cool. All right, we're going to round 3, people.
Wow.
Last round already. Okay.
Wow. Wowzers.
My last nomination, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Because I have a couple that I like.
So many good ones.
There's so many good ones. Shit. But I think I'm gonna go with hard light constructs. Like, so we were talking about like Green Lantern's ring, but the result is the hard light constructs that you can
Right.
create from it. So I think that would be cool because like the result of Green Lantern's ring is he can literally shape anything with light and make it a thing.
How complex the object? Do we know?
Doesn't
I
he
think
make
it's-
fighter jets and shit like
well,
that?
it's dependent on the person.
Okay.
So for Hal Jordan, it's like fighter jet stuff because he was a pilot.
Right.
But for Kyle, Kyle Rayner?
Rayner.
Yeah, Kyle Rayner,
his
yeah.
was all artistic
Oh,
because he's
okay.
an artist. And then you have the other guys who have
John
So
Stewart's
it
like
has to be something you like.
So mine is like
inherently
all
understand.
podcast equipment, I guess, dildos, that kind of stuff. You know, all the things that define me. You know,
right.
No, but I think it's definitely based on the person, I guess, and then you have a little bit of a play field with that.
So what do you think yours? What do you think yours would be? A lot of podcasting equipment, a lot of like.
Video stuff, improv. You can't turn into a hard light construct.
But you
I
could
guess.
make like cabaret chairs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that'd
could-
be kind of
Like,
fucking
you could
cool.
make like a stage and some chairs out of hard light.
You could make your own venue.
Ooh,
You could, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Honestly, Tongue, I feel like you'd be able to do a lot of video game stuff too. That's what I
that's
would
right.
do.
I could
I'd
like.
make it from video games.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking a bunch of stuff right now.
So like,
man.
Like-
if you're creating all these things, like with all these guys, they have their ring and they point it out, and it comes like out of the ring, right? Now, are you gonna wave your hand
I
and
guess
it's there?
like it'd be out of my hands.
Okay.
I suppose.
Because you want to enjoy it as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Cabaret chairs and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can make such cool stuff. That dildo's huge.
Your object work in improv would be so much better.
I know.
You make exactly what you're.
It's like, oh my
I
God.
would no longer walk into a scene and be like, "What the fuck is Tongue doing with his hands?"
It's true.
It's like, no, he's beating some eggs. It's
Although-
like, it's very.
It'd be kind of crazy though, because if I do a scene where like I kill someone, I might accidentally kill someone. So
Totally. Oh,
I'd have
yeah.
to control myself, you know.
Man, that's a risky run when you step on the stage, man.
Hey man, that's just comedy for you.
Like,
That doesn't sound good.
Did you hear that, Angus?
did Siri say something?
Yeah, Siri is just being an idiot. She's like, I want to be a light construct. No. Dan, what do you got?
Okay, so this is like the weirdest one I have on my list, and I think this is again another one where I was like defending like your body can handle it. Is Ghost Rider's Hellfire. So yeah, I'd want to go like the full like flaming skull. Like that would be so cool looking. First of all, so good. Not useful for anything, but like, it would look amazing. You never need another Halloween costume.
I think you would. I think it'd be pretty boring after like 10 years or whatever.
Dan,
flaming skull
this
again.
is
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
He keeps lighting my building on fire.
Just go to different Halloween parties each year. But then what also comes from this, now the only reference I really have for this, because I haven't read a lot of Ghost Rider comic books, or I've seen like a few cartoons that he's been in. But the reference I have from is from like the Ghost Rider movie
Oh, yeah.
with Nicolas Cage. I know
yeah.
that's not the best one to reference Ghost Rider.
Does he
stuff.
have nipples or no nipples?
No nipples.
No
though.
nipples.
Oh no, he does. He does actually. In
You
one,
see
there's
them.
one scene. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
alright,
There's
alright.
CG abs, too.
Yeah, you see the abs. Yeah. So what he does, and I thought was just so cool, is like he seems to be able to pick up objects and then imbue those objects with his Hellfire abilities. So like he picks up like a regular chain, and then he like he imbues it with the Hellfire, and it turns out super cool, and it like disobeys the laws of physics, and it does all this cool stuff. You can wrap people up with it, and it burns them and stuff. And then he picks up like a shotgun in one scene, and then like again the shotgun like transforms into this like demonic shotgun, and it instead of firing like regular slugs, it fires these like fireballs. It's so cool. And then I guess he can do that, I think, to pretty much any motorcycle. He can just like touch the motorcycle and
He can
do
do
it
it with
that
any
Hellfire.
vehicle.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
cool. Like I would love that. That would be so much fun to do. It would just look badass and be so dangerous.
Even like
That'd be amazing.
sitting in traffic on a flaming motorcycle, still very cool.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is mostly for looks, folks.
Oh man, I love that imagery of you sitting in traffic, but you like imbue the fire. So your car's just on fire, but you're just such a really good citizen that you're not like trying to cut anyone off.
Like, I don't know if I should make my turn. Should I go? People are like honking at me.
I'm sorry.
You'd have to be careful if someone gave you a gift. Like, oh, I made this like scarf for you, and you're in your Ghost Rider mode. If they hand it to you, it just turns into something else. And they're like, oh well, fuck! I made you a nice scarf. Now it's
But this
it's like
scarf looks
scarf
cooler
mutates.
now. Scarf from hell.
Yeah.
Justin, what do you have?
So many good ones left, guys. I'm gonna go with matter duplication.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Explain.
So I'm gonna use the example right here that's in front of us. We have these wonderful cookies, these wonderful chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, sorry, Angus.
Shit, you guys have cookies?
Yeah, we have cookies.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll send them your way.
Yeah, they'll be on. They're on their way now. If we wanted more, I could just use my hand thing, like you're with hard light constructs, and I could double one.
You can double and just objects, or what are you talking about here?
Matter.
It's matter.
It's all matter.
Wow.
So the reason I
first.
want to do this is I want to be loved and praised.
Okay.
And I feel like I can solve all world hunger with this. I can easily do this. Do you need another mic? You need another microphone for the podcast.
You could have defeated
Boom, there it
Thanos
is.
with this power.
I could have.
Thanos would be pretty pissed. He just keeps snapping. He's like, "What is happening?"
Where does this other matter come from?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Isn't the universe like a fine? Because that's the reason Thanos doesn't make more matter, right? Well, I guess that's a whole other thing we'd be getting into with reality warping. But
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Guys,
We
did I
can
just
make
become a
shit.
god? I just became a god.
That might be a little too OP almost.
well, I don't know. I'm not. I think I'm okay with it, honestly.
Yeah, give it some more rules.
Okay.
Yeah, make it less fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so has anyone watched My Hero Academia?
Yes.
So that they have really good. I think
Yes,
it's
I
actually
know.
really well how they break down their powers. One of the characters can create matter,
Yes,
right,
yeah.
out of her skin. Kind of, she will pop something out of her skin, but she needs to. I believe she needs calories to do it, so she needs to eat something. She can't do it on an
Okay.
empty stomach.
That makes
And
sense.
she has to. This is the other one that I think is kind of bullshit. But she has to like know the material. She just basically know like everything about it. So she's like, I'm gonna make this iron rod. I have to know everything about
Like chemical compound kind of
yeah,
thing.
she has to know like the molecular makeup, which I think is kind of bullshit. But I like the idea of like, well, you got to be, you can't just do it out of nowhere. You got to be like,
I think
on a
it
full
sh-
stomach, well rested.
Yeah, it should take something from me. Like I like
Yeah.
the calorie thing, or like when I do it, depending on the size of the thing. If it's just like a little cookie, I'm good. Like that's not gonna take a lot out of me. But if I want to make like Dan needs a new car or something,
Yeah.
like, and that's probably even more than what I would do with this. But like I've got to have a lot of energy, and I've also got to have a lot of rest.
That would be like
after
a one
that.
and done.
That's a
You
one,
gotta
like,
sleep and eat.
I gotta sleep for 24 hours.
But do
before
you
I can
think
make
you would
another
have
car.
to know what the exact parts, how to make a car, kind of thing?
I don't think so. I'm kind of with Angus on that. I think that's a little bullshitty.
Okay, that's
to
fine.
me.
That's fine.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm thinking here. I'm like, well, you shouldn't be able to make a whole car, but you should be able to make every piece to a car, and then you just gotta put it together yourself. It's like the IKEA of superpowers.
I would love that. Dan asked me like, I really need a new car, man. I'll do whatever you want, and I just show up a week later with a
bunch of parts.
with a truck full of car parts. I'm like,
Yes.
Heck,
I
it's
can't.
like the Lamborghini.
Look, I got this guy that will maybe put this together for you. But
Good luck. Okay, and matter, does that count as living matter too? Like, can you duplicate
yeah.
a living thing?
Let's say I don't know. That's because that seems like that's where you'd run into a lot of problems.
That's where I'm gonna run into problems. Yeah,
That's where dark Justin
That's
comes
Well, I
in.
think that's the thing is one day you get drunk and you make a copy of yourself to do a funny joke, but then now you've got a copy of yourself
that's-
running around and it's got that power,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I can't duplicate. See, I wanted to say a living thing, but like is like for food again, like wheat. Is that considered
Food. Well, I would even say food is classically not a living thing.
Yogurt has a IQ of 2. Is what
Okay,
I've
well
learned.
then fuck yogurt. You can't.
No.
You can't make yogurt.
That'd be so funny.
There's too much yogurt anyway.
Okay, all right. So no living.
So no living thing. I'm not going to duplicate somebody's flamingo. Why does somebody have a flamingo? Why was that the first animal that came
Yeah,
to
yeah.
my mind? Anyway,
Kind of cool though. You could make a cookie, and you could guarantee if you were in a clean room, that new cookie you made would be germ free, 100%.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
it
right,
wouldn't
yeah.
have any living things on it.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm sure there's something you could do with that to help science.
What
Sounds
about
like a
like
business venture right
I guess we're spending too long on this, but what about I just cooked a chicken?
you just cooked a chicken. Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean? Wait,
you
what's
could
your
duplicate-
hang up on that?
Oh, I mean, I guess it was a living thing, but
Yeah, it is no longer.
it's no longer a living thing.
So
once
you could clone as many dead bodies as you want.
all right, that's what I was. That's kind of
Yeah.
what I was getting at.
That's
Yeah,
what I
okay.
was really hoping for, actually.
Yeah, all right.
Necromancy.
Oh wow. Ooh.
Get ahead.
Necrophilia. no necrophilia. Angus, is that your next nomination?
Necrophilia?
Yeah.
No. I already nominated that on the practical episode. No, God, I'm really torn because I really pushed hard for a specific one on the practical episode, and I just don't know if I should nominate it or go with. I just don't think any of my other ones are better than it.
Do it.
Okay, time manipulation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Specifically, and I've been thinking about it a lot. Specifically, the ability to freeze time.
That was
Okay.
was on my list.
Now, I want to just set up a couple. I want to put forth a couple rules.
Sure.
I would still be able to move.
Yep.
Okay.
Of course, I'm not freezing myself in time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still able to move, and maybe I can't use technology. I could use a simple machine. Maybe I can't use like the internet, but
You
I
can't
can move.
use the internet.
No, I know. I think
can't.
that's what
Yeah.
I think that was one of the hang-up points on the last episode. So I can freeze time, and I can move around. I can interact with things. They're not for like if I've got a glass of water on the counter and I freeze time. If I go and pick it up, I can still pick it up.
Can you drink?
Okay.
No, obviously. You
Okay,
can drink,
yeah.
You can drink it and stuff.
Can I drink it? Yeah. If I'm interacting with it, I can use it. Does that seem fair?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
And even then, like I could like freeze time, pick someone up, move them into a hilarious position.
Which is what you want to
Hilarious,
do.
like-
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is I'm not gonna lie, guys, the bulk of what I'd be doing. But just
Look, good on you.
Just think though, it's like it would make me so bad, but I would have used it so much in school where it was like, oh shit, it's the night before my report is due. Well, I'm gonna freeze time. I'm gonna freeze time now and just do it all.
But you can't because you don't have the internet.
Well,
So you don't-
oh shit, that's a good point. Okay, well that's fair.
Gotta use
well,
books
then
like a
I should've
loser.
I should have done my homework sooner.
I don't know. I feel like the internet might be okay in this
God.
in this version. I'm not
Imagine going to the gym, freezing time, lifting, like doing all your stuff,
Yeah.
and then getting out of the gym, and only 1 minute has passed.
sure. It'd be pretty cool.
God.
Yep.
You show up to work like the next day for that person, and they're just like, "Holy fuck, you got jacked."
That's the other thing is like, am I aging while this time is stopped? I wouldn't think
Probably
so.
No.
not.
No.
So okay.
I think mentally I am.
So-
Mentally, it's like I've lived that many years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm physically not aging.
So
I think
freezing
that's-
time is your nomination,
Yeah,
or time manipulation entirety? Like Pat.
Let's say freezing time.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That's good. Freezing time.
Because
With
like
this
moving forward
ability-
and backward time is tricky. So let's just say freezing time.
With this ability also comes a couple others, I feel. Like one is super strength because of the
How
whole
so?
gym thing.
No,
well,
that's
yeah.
regular strength.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not
still,
super.
yeah. So yeah, like I guess a human peak, physical strength, and the other I
Yeah.
think would be like some sort of like you'd be really smart because you could freeze time and then read a bunch of books.
Right.
No time
So,
has passed.
I have a question.
You know what? I don't have the discipline to do that. Though. I've been smarter.
Angus, is this taxing on you? I suppose, like you freezing time. Does it take energy out of you?
That's the thing. So I've been playing the Devil May Cry games, and one of the guys in the Dante in that freezes time by snapping his fingers, so it doesn't seem so hard.
Yeah.
And what's his name from Saved by the Bell?
Zach Morris.
Zach Morris.
Oh, yeah.
He just says time out. Right? That's,
Yeah.
so no, I don't want to be too bold, but no, I don't think it's too taxing.
Okay. But you can cancel at any moment. I'm just wondering, like, if you're just dicking around, you froze time, but like something fell on you, does it cancel the frozen time?
yeah, that's a good
Or are
point.
you just perpetually just knocked out?
So I think the way time manipulation would work, at least the way I'm picturing it in my head, is if I pick something up and maybe this is adequate then. So if I'm not interacting with something, it's frozen. So nothing would fall on me unless I pulled it on top of me.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So I
yeah.
guess something still could trap me. But then, yeah, if I died, I would like to think that time would just restart and everyone would get to go on with their lives, and they'd see me like crushed under like a,
Like, how did that happen?
What about if
honestly,
you took like a box and lifted
Yeah.
it above your head and then let go? Would it fall?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
No, I think you're right. I don't think so either.
I'm freezing time.
I literally just watched Doctor Strange. and,
Really?
And, and
It finally works.
and he had a thing with his the Eye of Agamotto. Oh yeah. I love saying nerdy words. But no, he had a thing where when he points the Infinity Stone at someone or at something, that person can continue living like their world around them is still frozen in time, but that person can continue living in this stop time like you are. Do you think you'd be able to do that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cool.
Because that would be so terrifying for someone, right? Because they'd be frozen in time. I would come put my hand on your shoulder. I'd immediately appear in front of you. Everything around you is frozen.
Yeah.
If I tried anything I had to do with you, tongue, like it would work for you and I because we would just hold hands the whole time.
That's true. Yeah. It's finally some peace and quiet.
Yeah. You and I could walk around holding hands and watch the world. But yeah, no, we could throw a bunch of papers up in the air and they'd all freeze, and we could like take a beautiful picture. We could get that perfect picture ready. I don't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
And also, you could steal tons of money or fight crime or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, right? If you punch someone in the stomach a zillion times,
Yeah.
and when the time's frozen, they would get hurt.
Look at 2 zillion times. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the best part too. Is it's like that shit in Breath of the Wild where it's like I've got like a golf ball. I like hit it like 20 times, and it's like I guess that like I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but it would be cool as hell when I unfroze time.
That's what's happening when I just feel sudden pain. Is somebody is manipulating time, and also I'm like, oh my balls! What's going on?
For some reason, the whole time you've been describing this power, I just imagine the whole world goes grayscale. Like I'm not imagining it looking normal.
All right, I think that's enough here. Let's take a break. We'll kind of stew in these powers a little bit, see what's the best one for us. And when we come back, we're making a top 5 super powered list. We'll be back. Angus.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot, tongue. What's up?
I notice you buy a lot of fancy things in your house.
Yes. Yep.
But where do you get those things?
Well, tongue, I'm glad you asked. I use the Podcavern affiliate link.
You do?
And I go to Amazon, I buy the thing I want. And you want to know the best part? Tongue, do you want to know the best part, Tongue, about using the Podcavern affiliate link that's on our
Tell me,
website?
tell Dan, tell Justin, tell everyone.
I want to know.
Guys, it doesn't change the price of what I'm buying. It just ensures that a little bit of that money goes back to the Podcavern so we can keep the lights on.
Shut up.
No, I
way.
will not.
There's
I
no-
will not.
I keep giving Tongue $20 bills for his lights, and he doesn't accept it. This is how I can do this, though.
Oh my god.
Yep. If you want to help Podcavern, go to podcavern.com.
Yeah. The affiliate link's right there. It's right there.
Right there. And you know what? You want to know the trick that I use, that me and my girlfriend use? We have we've saved it as a bookmark, but we didn't use the original link for Amazon. We used the affiliate link. So then I just click on a button, takes me to Amazon through the affiliate link. I don't have to type anything in.
That's way too convenient.
Angus, has anybody ever told you how damn brilliant you are?
No.
Well, here I am.
Well, enjoy the rest of the show, people. Go to amazon.ca or go directly to our affiliate link. Actually, go directly to the affiliate link. Amazon.ca will not work.
Yeah, that was the whole point of this.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't go to Amazon.
Listen to Angus.
Top five.
Should we just get right back to it?
Let's get right back.
All right, here we go. This is how I want to start getting back into the episode here. We all sing our favorite theme song from the Marvel movies.
Can I get something ready? Is that okay?
No. You have to sing it.
Fuck.
No. No, you can get something ready. Go get something ready. Yeah. Justin has his phone here.
This is rather anticlimactic. Just give me 1 second, okay?
He said that last night when we were trying to have sex, too.
It was the best second of your life.
Yeah. Guys, I am so excited to see this movie tonight.
Oh, me too.
Tonight. Because this
Tonight.
episode
It's tonight. It's happening tonight.
comes
I
out the
can't
day
friggin-
that Avengers comes out. It's
Everyone,
tonight.
everyone shut up.
Oh, yeah. And now the Podcavern audience is picturing us four running towards them. And they get really disappointed in me. Like, what movie did we buy tickets for?
They're so slow.
And each one of us has a different power that we've already mentioned today, a bunch of which aren't perceptible.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the episode Top 5 Superpowers. Let's just get right into it, guys, right? So what we have on our list of 12 is we have ready, elemental bending, we have telekinesis, we have teleportation, we have healing factor, we have super flight, not to be mistaken for regular flight.
No, of course not.
We have super shape-shifting, super power absorption, super mind palace. That doesn't sound right.
No.
That's OP. Hard light construct, Ghost Rider's Hellfire.
Super Hellfire.
That's right. Regular matter duplication. It's not super. You can't do living things.
That's right.
And we have freezing time. It's not super either. But freezing time is pretty powerful.
Pretty rocking.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Guys, we got to make this into a top 5 list here.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
honestly, just looking at this list, there's some stuff that wasn't mentioned, which I'm really excited to talk in our honorable mentions.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
Oh, the honorable mentions are gonna be off the chain.
Off
Yeah.
the hook.
Off the Hellfire chain.
Oh,
Nice,
that's good.
nice.
Did.
Thank you, thank
Want to be a co-host?
Okay.
All right. What do we guys think here? As always, we'll star the ones we want further discussion about.
I'm gonna come out. I've got one that I would like to star.
Do it.
I think the shapeshifting could be a really fun one.
Okay, I'll start.
I like that.
I
one.
also nominate that.
Yeah.
You would.
You starring your own. God.
Piece of
I think my answer's the best. What else do we got here, guys?
I don't know. I got a lot. I know it's my own, but I got a lot of love for teleportation when I brought it up.
Oh
All right,
hell
all
yeah.
right, we're just starring our own. Okay, cool. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? I'm gonna be different and star my own.
Super flight.
No. I'll say freezing time. I think that's really
Yeah,
awesome.
freezing time's solid. All right. Okay.
Freezing
I
time.
like that. That's almost an ice pun right there.
Almost. Not
Solid.
quite.
Yeah, I guess being a solid is like lots of things are solid, not just ice. Sorry.
Speaking of that boner arrow,
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right. What do you guys think about other? What do you think of my list?
I like the healing factor.
That's not my list, but okay.
Yeah,
I'll
sorry.
start.
healing factor's good. Healing factor's good.
Healing factors.
Healing Vector's a good one. I like the bending would be a fun one. I think everyone would want to do that, right?
I have to add with the bending though, there is healing towards it too. There is healing because you gave me the strength of elemental bending in Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'll stop doing that voice.
No, please keep going.
The water
No.
bending is used to heal. So you use
okay.
water to heal
Oh.
people, not just yourself. You can use it on yourself.
But how strong is the healing?
Depends on how strong the
Pretty
the
good.
bender is.
Yeah.
Could you regrow limbs?
No, you can't. You can't. It's not the no, nothing like that. It'd be
Okay.
like, if
You're
I
depleted of energy.
no, if I like stabbed you, I can probably heal you through it. Probably, but you can
Okay.
still might die, Like I could do a pretty good job. I would say one of my favorite bending techniques, also part of the water bending camp. If I had to choose one, it'd probably be water bending, is blood bending.
Oh,
which
now
is-
wait a second. We were pushing for you to choose one, and you're like, I couldn't.
I know I could. You just
Okay, well,
Dan was just on my
side.
side, so I was like, I'll take all of them if I can.
That's fair.
God damn it, Dan.
But water bending is also there's a dark one where it's like blood bending. So
Oh, man.
the blood.
Now you've got my
Yeah,
attention.
yeah. I can. It's crazy. Katara in the show. She uses it to control you almost. She gets
Like a
really
puppet?
like a puppet, exactly. So I can kind of make you do whatever because I
Now,
control
I
the
hate
blood.
to be that guy, but
Alright.
she only did that when there was a full moon. It's kind of a big part of the story. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. She has to be a werewolf. No.
Obviously.
No, it's pretty badass. I have to say.
I do have a bending question.
Like Beckham.
Yeah, bending like with the air bending, could I kind of do almost stuff that almost looks like telekinesis with air bending? Can I like use air to like lift this teapot across the room to me?
To you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably in the show I never really saw them like do that. I guess they did like with airbending specifically. They used it to like blow really big gusts of wind to like knock people
Knock things
back.
over, okay.
I guess, and use it to like get a good float jump kind of thing and glide with a hang glider.
Yeah, the air always seems to be in the direction away from them. Now that I think about it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Never towards.
I guess you could,
I
but
don't
I've
know.
never
I
really
mean,
seen
yeah,
that
maybe you
before.
could. I don't know.
Is there any sort of flying going on with this airbending?
More of gliding.
Yeah,
Really
he
more
uses
gliding.
it gliding, but he basically, well, it's weird because he glides pretty evenly and for a very long period of time. And it doesn't
but
look like
all
there's
the
like
airbenders
I don't
do
think
that.
there's a really big limit to it. I think he can like start gliding down and just kind of gust himself back up.
Well, it's very much like
continue.
all these other powers where it's like it's taxing on you. You need
Right.
to have like
Okay.
stamina.
Also,
like
he's not just gliding on his own. He's using a kite to
Yeah.
do it with.
now.
Does it look
your
impressive?
Superpower didn't mention kites.
Yeah, now you got to carry a kite.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
have
like a
all the
shit-
bending.
shit
Earthbending's
no.
dope.
Sure.
Earthbending's dope. You can build a fucking house with it.
Can you actually? Did someone do that?
Someone built like a really awesome tent with it.
Okay.
But I
That's
assume
barely a house.
a
I mean,
tent
you
is a
could make
house.
you could make a house out of earth.
Yeah, you could do that.
Could
like
you
our
like,
ancestors did.
Could you make like a ball of earth come out of the ground and then roll on like
Yep.
kinda, like,
Yes.
run
yeah.
on
Yes.
it?
Oh yeah, you can do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Sure. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels
Pretty
a
good.
little. This feels a
Pretty
little
good.
intense here, but you know,
Yeah, it's
Have
a
you
bit
not
OP.
seen the show?
The show's amazing.
I have not seen.
Oh,
this.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna start.
So we got bending, teleportation, healing, shifting, shape shifting, and freezing time. What else
Yeah.
do we want to start?
What do we got here? I'm surprised telekinesis is not starred yet.
Yeah.
What are we thinking here?
Well, that's why I was asking so many questions about the airbending stuff because I just kind of felt if there's stuff similar enough to telekinesis with the airbending, then maybe that cancels
I don't
it out.
think
But
it's. I don't think
Well-
so.
I guess you can't like crush something with airbending, could you?
No,
kind of.
maybe,
Kinda.
but not really.
You'd have to crush it against something hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
can't
seem
just, like,
convinced about it, which makes me think that I would just say no.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just trying to like look
Yeah.
back in the
Well,
show, but I've never seen
every-
anyone use it in that way.
Even just on the topic of telekinesis, everything I would do with telekinesis, I would also probably do with one of these other powers. Like telekinesis, where I'd like levitate something over to me, but with teleportation, I would just take myself over to it really easily.
Yeah.
Right.
Or freezing time, I would just go over. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Telekinesis. It's such a staple, but you know, people don't come to rank to hear.
That's right.
They come to hear about matter duplication, which I want to start personally.
You
Ooh,
want to start
interesting.
matter?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You think it has a shot?
I don't know. Who fucking knows?
I like that power. I'm just trying to think against these other powers. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 starred right now. Matter duplication versus Mind Palace.
How about this? How about this? There's a couple I think we can bump off here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a great power, but I don't know if any of us are actually going to use power stealing or power
Power
what was it?
absorption?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that
fair?
going.
That's fair.
I also think, while cool and very metal, I don't think Ghost Rider's Hellfire is actually practical.
I was going to say super flight probably doesn't need.
I
to
would
be-
say Superflight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna agree,
Whoa. Did I mention it's super?
Oh wait.
Numerous times.
Yeah.
Probably too many.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it going. I also, because part of me is also thinking it's too easy of a nomination that I think it can go. But I also
It's a
think
staple. We
it's
all
a
have to agree
staple.
it's a staple.
It's fucking sexy, man.
It's-
It's probably out of all these powers here. Actually, that's not true. It is one of the sexiest powers here.
Is it safe to say Mind Palace probably isn't going to make it on the list?
I would
I'm,
say-
I'm
I would-
okay.
I
I'm
would
okay
say
with bumping
so.
that.
Yeah, I guess so. I kind of like it.
I love the nom, but
Well, yeah.
I kind of like
I do
it.
love it,
I
but-
kind of like it, but
Well, so you're talking about sexy. Think about the sexiest thing that's ever happened in your life, and you can remember it in perfect detail.
yeah. So the thing is, you never need to click on the same porn video more than once because you just
What?
got it. It's saved in your hard drive in your mind.
That's so the mind palace you're choosing. You're choosing to watch a memory of yourself watching porn.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
But the problem is, as I get older, I just see myself and not the thing that I was watching.
Yeah, it would also be weird. I think it'd be really weird, like having being able to see a perfect representation of yourself age. I think would really fuck you up.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I really like it because it's one of our it's the only one that's like close to hyper intelligence, you know?
Yeah,
in a
I
lot
was
of ways.
gonna say like super intelligence, but that seemed like unfair.
Yeah,
But, like,
I could
Mind
see
Palace,
the nom for that, but like Mind Palace is really close to that. I feel like.
I think Mind Palace had some great flavor, but that's okay.
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna make
okay.
the-
It's not sexy enough, I guess.
That's sexy enough.
That's right.
All right, what else is sexy?
All right.
I think honestly, I think starring Hard Light Construct is actually pretty solid.
I really like it.
is that a joke?
Yes, it is. Not a good one, but I made it.
Is that a water joke? 'Cause it sounds
No, it's a hard light,
it's a
so it would be
hard
solid.
light.
Okay, whatever.
Are you in the dark over there? Like, what's going on?
I'm just thinking of freezing time. Freezing time. That was a solid
Okay.
joke. What's a solid joke? It seems really malleable. What this is.
Strange.
So are we not starring telekinesis?
Oh, true.
Because we got telekinesis, hellfire, and matter duplication are the only ones we haven't starred or wiped out.
I'm okay with losing matter duplication personally.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not. I'm not
Yeah.
fighting for it. Really, that's fine.
Like, I guess if you're at a restaurant, it's pretty dope because if you're really hungry, you'd be like, well, I'm just gonna multiply these fries
It's
as
great,
many
too, 'cause
times as I want.
It's funny because of all the powers, it is probably the one you could do the most actual good with.
No, fuck that.
Make houses. You could make food. You could make clothes. For
Yeah,
could
but the
save the
same
world.
house.
Yeah.
If everyone has the
well-
same house, there's no flavor and personality to it.
There's
Come
no homelessness, Tongue.
You would also eliminate a bunch of jobs. So,
But you
gotta
can
think
build
about
houses with elemental bending.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can.
I'm starting to feel like elemental bending's got a little too much clout here.
Actually, you know what? You could build a house with freezing time because you just like lift a piece up and then let go of it and it's in place and you can start like hammering it. Hellfire, though. Hellfire, you start building a house and the house turns into a demon.
Yeah, that's
what we all
super
want.
useful.
Demon house.
It would be warm.
Yes,
It would be warm.
you'd be good for the winter for sure.
Yeah, I think we're getting rid of telekinesis because a lot of the stuff that we're thinking about telekinesis about like bringing something closer to us, or for instance, again, Angus said I was just going to teleport to that thing.
Oh, interesting.
Some of the lifting things and moving things, I know it's not perfect, but you have it with elemental bending in some regards.
What's the sexiness comparison there, though? Like, you're like, hey, like see that thing across the room, and you're there, and you grab it, and you're like, yeah, I got it now. Versus like it comes to you.
Well, okay, no, but here's the thing, though. I guess we're picturing it differently. Like, if you're picturing it like zooming in your hand, more likely though, it's gonna like bob gently through the air and float across you. And I gotta say, the teleportation's much sexier. Than
Much sexier, yeah.
Because that's the thing is, it's like bamf, bamf, and I'm there and I'm back to where I was.
Yeah, but you're thinking of like the sexiest way to do. We're using
Okay,
sexy,
no, but
sexy a lot, but
it turns head.
that's right. Okay,
People
all
will
right.
be like, oh shit, he's over there, he's over there, he's over
You know
there.
what I find fascinating though, mild telekinesis is that one number one
did.
spot
It did.
in our practical superpowers.
It was essentially like having an extra invisible arm.
yeah, because we said you can't do
yeah.
telekinesis longer than your arm.
Well, it was within arm's reach and roughly the only things you could lift.
But I find it fascinating that like now that we have the power of like true telekinesis, that might not even make the list.
Well, see, but here's the thing, Tongue, is that list was about your everyday life and like not mundane, but like practical superpowers. Here we get to be a little unpractical.
Yeah,
and for
true.
that very reason,
I guess
for that
Angus,
very reason,
let me
I
put
think
this
we should
question
star
to you.
Hellfire.
Let me put this question. Is telekinesis, Dan? I think you might have mentioned this, but remind me: is it as strong as you? Like, if I were to push something with my
Strong.
telekinesis, push something. Is it as strong as you, or as strong as like,
Your psychic ability.
Okay.
Not your physical strength, but your psychic
So
ability.
this is something you can train and improve essentially.
Yeah, but
like
there
a
are
muscle.
people that have like a natural affinity to it as
Okay.
well. But
Yeah.
it can be trained though as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the gist with a lot of these powers was
Yeah.
it gets better the more you practice with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems silly to
Remember-
give a power like a hard cap like that.
It does also give you like the power of flight as well.
If you lift yourself, you're right.
Yeah.
But is it super
yourself.
flight?
Depends on
Yeah,
the psychic
it's-
ability.
It's not super flight that I'm not.
It's
you know what?
funny though. You need to think about it. Is it's less flight and more lifting yourself.
It is, yeah.
So you're like constantly doing like
You're
a mental like muscle
Constantly thinking to like
Don't fall,
fly.
don't fall, don't
Yeah,
fall,
yeah.
don't fall,
Yeah.
don't fall.
I picture like Xavier kind of putting his like fingers to his head and just like closing his
Or-
eyes trying to fly.
How about this? I want to make an entrance. I teleport 4,000 feet above where I'm trying to, and I just fall. And right before I hit the ground, I teleport into like a cool like 3-point landing. Boom! It's the coolest thing ever.
And Angus, now I'm picturing you doing like you got really bored in life and now you're doing a bunch of daredevil stunts. So you're like jumping from the highest point ever, and you're like, when am I gonna teleport so I'm safe? And then you one day you fuck it up and you just break your legs.
Absolutely. Oh, Tongue. If I'm jumping from the highest point ever, I'm not just gonna break my legs.
You'll break your legs and then just die. Okay, telekinesis is out. So recap, we have elemental bending, heart-like construct, we have shape-shifting, teleportation, healing factor, freezing time. That's 6. You need to cut one.
Well, whoa. Is Hellfire not getting starred?
Oh, you want Hellfire.
I think we should at least talk about it.
All right, let's talk
yeah,
about it. Let's talk
do
about
some more with Hellfire.
it. Jesus Christ. All right, let's talk about it.
What the worst thing that's going to happen is we talk about it a little more and then it gets cut. I think we should give it some kind of chance. I love it.
You like it because it's associated with Nick Cage.
Okay, well that's true, but think just a little bit about this. You go to use the microwave at work, and you just press the button, it turns into or like a toaster at work. You just impress people.
Why do you need to use any of those things if you can just heat them up yourself?
Well, I don't know, to impress people.
I guess
I'm
so.
To be a show off.
If I'm
That's what
camping,
Okay,
there's my-
fine. Hellfire doesn't make the list.
Dan's ready to fight for it, but maybe not.
No, I gave up.
Okay.
I gave up when I nominated it.
You know what though? The fire vehicle is pretty badass.
It is.
I have to say. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh man, I'm on a jet ski and it's just like constantly shooting steam everywhere.
Yeah, and then everyone around you is pissed because they have to put more artificial snow.
And I know we've got
Oh,
teleportation
wait.
here, but the other cool thing about the whole Hellfire vehicle thing is that it apparently can move faster than any other known I guess form of travel on the planet. Be
Yeah, it
faster
kinda
than any
becomes-
other car. It would move fast. That motorcycle would move way faster than any other sort of
Yeah,
motorcycle
it's like
would.
nitrous.
Exactly. It can kind of bend physics as well in the sense that you can drive up a building on that motorcycle.
absolutely.
You can go across water on it as well. Yeah,
You
but
can
again,
get on a horse, and then the horse becomes a flaming horse.
that's right. Exactly.
Or like the friggin' first Ghost Rider did, you can get on a mammoth, a woolly mammoth in caveman times, and ride around on a flaming mammoth. It's badass as hell.
That is
but
so
it is awful.
badass.
I'd like to nominate Fiery Mammoth.
So Hellfire makes the list. Yeah.
Well, I actually kind of like it. What are we cutting here?
So
And that's with Hellfire.
That's
I'm
with-
counting Hellfire right now. Just
Oh
'cause
wait, is Hellfire not out?
it's not out until you
I've-
tell me it's out. I
it's
want you
out.
guys to cut it.
Hellfire.
I think it's out.
It's
think
out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's out.
Hey man, you won me with Woolly Mammoth.
I know.
It
Right?
was pretty good.
So what do we
Okay.
got?
should we-
Ending, teleportation, healing, shape-shifting, hard light constructs, and freezing time.
Oh
That's
wow.
right.
I don't know why, but the hard light constructs isn't grabbing me the same as everything else is. I get that you can make anything. Maybe I'm just having a hard time visualizing it. I haven't seen a ton
You
of
know
Green
what?
Lantern.
I was gonna say to your point is I see it between elemental bending and hard light construct
I
because
think
they're
bending's
both
cooler.
like creation type
Right.
abilities.
Yeah.
Where hard light construct's really interesting because it's imaginative, but it's based on the person. Whereas elemental bending is really fucking cool because it can do a lot of different shit. I would say elemental bending over hard light construct personally.
I would.
Yeah, I would
I would
too.
go that
Yeah.
way too.
Yeah, because
Totally
I
agree.
can fucking walk on water with elemental bending if I
Well,
wanted to.
you could, you could make, you
With
couldn't
like
walk on water
sheet
without-
on it, like sheet of ice and stuff like that, like
Well,
that stuff.
a hard light construct. You would just make little platforms under your feet.
Or like a bridge.
True,
Yeah.
true. But can I make fire?
Dude, you forgot about bridges. Could you make what? Fire?
Fire with hard light construct.
You could make a hard light representation of fire. No, I think bending is better. I think it's
I think
more
bending-
practical.
Elemental bending's
Okay,
better.
cool.
Yeah, it is.
I
Unless,
think so.
yeah, because I look at everything else and it's like it's pretty different between all of them. So those two are like the most similar, I suppose.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what we have here is elemental bending, shape shifting, teleportation, healing factor, freezing time. That's 5, baby. Let's rank them.
I'd like to start fight me on this if need be. Shape shifting for me feels like it's at the bottom of the list for me personally.
That's fair.
That is definitely fair. I
That's
don't
fair.
really
That's
see
fair.
it. I don't really see me using it.
Yeah,
too
it's
much.
Oh,
cool.
man.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I think compared to the rest of these ones, to me, it's kind of closer to the bottom.
As a person who played like hundreds of hours of Red Dead and was constantly changing my clothes for no reason, I would use it a ton.
Yeah.
But no, but I think number 5 is a fair spot for it. Hey,
Yeah.
they made the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shape shifting.
Imagine how many deep V's you can make. with shape.
I could make the deepest V. I could make a V so deep it wouldn't even be perceptible.
It'd be a vest.
I could see shape-shifting as 5, unless, Dan, use your nomination, unless you see it differently.
Well, yeah, I'm just kind of looking over the other list. I was ready to fight for it, but no, I actually agree with that. I think, compared to the other ones, it wouldn't be, I think, 100% as useful as these other ones, but definitely belongs on the top 5.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have fought to keep it in the top 5. I do like that power a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to like pretend you're someone else.
Always.
Yeah.
I do it on a daily basis. You don't even know who I am.
Now this is hard. I am having a harder time with the rest of them.
I would go. I mean, you guys can chime in, obviously, but fuck. It's depending on the. I think we're going into the practicality factor of it, which we didn't really talk too much about. We kind of danced around it, but like healing factor to me is useful but boring.
Yes.
That's
And
what I.
healing-
Yes.
Healing factor, the main thing I would get out of having a healing factor is I would not fear mortal injuries anymore.
But you still get hurt,
I would still get hurt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
that's true.
wouldn't be worried about
like dying. Yeah. So if
So,
someone was to torture
it was-
you, they
so
tie
I
you up
honestly-
and just keep fucking knocking your head back and forth. You'd heal, but
You're
just
absolutely right.
just live with that forever.
The funny thing is I'd like to think that I'd be a lot braver, but I'd still be like, no, it's gonna hurt. I'm fine with healing factor being number 4. What do you guys think?
That was my initial reaction for it.
Number 4? Yeah.
Looking at this, it would be 4.
Dan's shaking his head. He's
Really?
shaking his head.
Oh,
No, like I'm ready to say like number 1. To
That's
be honest.
No,
Like,
crazy.
yeah.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah. Like, well, I'm just thinking like
Fuck you, Dan.
You piece of shit, Hawkeye.
the number one thing
let him
people are
finish.
concerned about is like survival. So like
This
this is
isn't
like
immortality, though.
it isn't. No, but it, like to me, it's
Essentially, it is immortality, right? Like Wolverine lives for like he would if he was uninterrupted, he would live for like thousands of
Spoilers,
years.
he dies in Logan.
What's that?
I said spoilers, he dies in Logan.
Yeah, you're right.
Spoilers.
There's a lot of shit going on there.
Yeah.
He has adamantium that's poisoning him. I don't. I think the cool thing about healing factor that we are overlooking is the extended life you would have. And some would
Exactly.
say that there's a lot of downsides to that, like, oh, watching all your loved ones die. But also like fucking you could go everywhere. You could actually be a person who sees every country on Earth. You could do so many things. The possibility is insane.
exactly.
And you'd get to live like none of us are going to live to see, Mars get terraformed. But like someone with a healing factor could totally see that and like go to another planet, like on like a there is a very cool.
I think it belongs on top 5. But if you look at these other ones here, it has tough competition. That's all
Well,
I'm saying.
It does. Like,
Okay.
and I totally get the whole thing that it's like it's not like the coolest.
It's
you're not
not
gonna
sexy.
like.
It's not sexy.
Depends. You
about
could
this?
wow people if you're willing to hurt yourself.
Yeah, cool. Hey guys, watch me cut my wrists so they heal.
I'd make really good money as a stuntman because I would
Yeah,
like jump off
exactly.
a building and hit the ground and they'd film it and they'd use it in a movie and then I'd get up and walk away.
Exactly.
How about
Yeah,
this?
but you
then?
would hurt yourself.
It would hurt.
But
like,
you would heal. You would heal immediately.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? Because I think healing factor's 4. I could maybe see healing factor be 3.
Yeah, I can maybe see a 3.
I'd be happy with 3.
What if? Well, then what would we put in the 4 spot? Like bending or bending?
See, I see bending. I see. If I'm truthful, I see bending as 3.
Number 3.
Probably. The thing is, like, bending is like, and like I said, it's a little OP because it does a lot of stuff. Like, it seems the most useful
It is pretty.
out of all of these ones. I mean, I shouldn't
Also-
discount freezing time because freezing time is pretty dope. But
Well, one thing I would say though, if with bending though, is more so because we've seen it and it's got these core rules to it. It's hard to do, even for like the Avatar. It is like a thing that you need to practice like every day to get good at.
yeah, but I mean, like all of these we have to, right? So like if we're like under the impression that
no.
if we
I think
train hard
freezing
enough,
time
Healing
is like an
factor you
on
wouldn't
and
have
off
to.
I don't think healing factor.
oh,
train,
true.
yeah, it would
Healing
just-
factor, whatever. But like,
And freezing time, I think if it's literally just a pause play button, I'd get better at when to use it, but I'd still like, the ability to use it. Like I think bending would make a great 3.
I think bending would make a good 3 as well.
So what's our 4 then? Is healing 4? I'm okay with healing being 4.
Because if bending is 3 and healing's not 4, then healing is 2 or 1.
Yeah,
That is
and
insane to me.
I don't think healing should be 2 or 1.
Should be 1.
And I know.
Come on.
No, I know. Healing 4?
I'm comfortable saying healing 4.
Healing 4.
All right.
Dan's angry. He's about to
Dan, I'm
heal
so
himself
sorry.
out of this argument. See, it doesn't work.
It doesn't
What a
work.
lame power.
God, it's not sexy at all.
Need that hellfire.
Speaking of hellfire, you can make some pretty badass fire with elemental bending. See, this is what I say.
Yeah,
I say
you can't
I
make
want
fire.
3, and now I
Yeah.
sneak my way up. No.
Okay, number 2.
All right, bending 3.
Bending's 3. Bending's 3.
Bending's 3. Bending's 3.
right?
You guys should
Bending's
watch
3.
Avatar.
It's pretty good.
Are we actually saying bending 3?
Yeah.
What are you thinking here, Dan? I feel like you're the wild card
Yeah.
here.
I would say the time freeze for 3.
Oh, interesting.
That's interesting too.
I feel like that's cool, and you could pause when you need to, and you can kind of set things, and it would be funny for sure, like absolutely. But I don't know. I just feel like it would just be more general fun to do the bending.
That's a fair point.
Over the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
The time freeze.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do. And
Okay.
if you
I just want-
think of both of them practically too, I think elemental bending you would probably use more for practical
Then-
effect.
Then time freezing? Because time freezing, I could take a vacation whenever the hell I want.
fuck.
But you
True.
won't be able to enjoy it with anybody because you just everyone's frozen in place.
Yeah,
That's okay.
it would be a little bit lonely, which would be good
Angus,
too.
How
Sometimes.
would you like if you were to freeze time and you wanted to go to the Bahamas? How would you get there? Yeah, like
Yeah, no, and I kind of shot myself in the foot by saying like you can't use the internet. I guess I probably couldn't play a video game, could I? Even a
No.
single.
You can't fly. Like
Oh, God, I guess I'd have to read books.
no. Books
All
are
right,
lame.
Time freezing 3. Time freezing 3.
All right.
Yep.
time freezing 3. All right.
Wow, Dan, you got your wish.
Interesting.
go.
I definitely thought that was going to be in the top 2. No, that's a fair 3 though.
So it's teleportation versus bending here.
Okay, well,
I'm okay with either. Honestly, I won't fight any further for bending.
I think they're pretty even 1 and 2.
I think
teleportation, like
it's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty fucking cool. It's real sexy.
guys,
You
it's
get to-
sexy. Yes, it's
It's
sexy.
sexy as shit. You're like saving money. You're saving time. You know, you're.
Angus, did you nominate teleportation? Who
I
done?
didn't.
That was me.
I did not.
Oh,
it was
Justin. you
Justin,
did.
yeah.
Okay. So yours is if you've seen it, right?
If I've seen it, yes.
So does that mean if you've seen the Eiffel Tower, you can teleport there right now?
Yes.
Well, like, and you know where France is, you know where Paris is on a map. Yeah,
That would
you
be
could
pretty
probably do
good.
it, right? Like
Yeah.
longitude, latitude, maybe. Even if like you knew
Yeah.
that, you could go somewhere.
Well, I don't know that. I don't even know East and West.
But I mean, if let's say you looked up, let's say you looked up on Google Maps or whatever, like what the latitude and longitude of
yeah.
is, whatever.
Man.
You could just be like, okay, I'm going there. Boom.
Absolutely. Google Maps has made teleportation the best option.
Yeah. And somebody said earlier
Street-
about seeing the world. You can very easily now see the world.
Poof, poof, poof.
Well, so that's
You
the
can
thing
have
with time.
whatever you
time
want for
freezing,
dinner.
Though,
I can
with
have
time
it.
freezing though is we said we didn't age, so it's like you had an infinite amount of time to see the world. But whatever.
But you're
But you're absolutely right.
You're-
And teleportation, you could get your friends home. Like,
yes, right.
You could go from a bar. I guess
Can
if you're a
you
little
teleport large objects?
That would
with
be
you?
really good.
Let's go to the piano example.
Let's go to the piano example.
Yeah.
Because I have a large piano, as you know.
You
as
got
you know,
a very large piano.
would you be able to teleport my grand piano
Yes.
to
Right?
the
I would say
church?
so if you're. I would.
To the church.
These are all actual things.
These are all things that I do.
Wow, a piano in a church. Okay, and a piano, not an organ.
No, yeah, we couldn't afford the organ.
Well, like we said, you could hold hands with a person and teleport with them,
Right.
right? What if it was like just a really big person, like an
Well,
obese
I'm
person?
just like how. What is
What's
the
the
limit?
limit?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the tower. Can you
Maybe
probably not
you
teleport
can
the
take
tower
One
with you?
thing with you. I know
Yeah.
that's kind of weird and vague. You can take one thing with you. You can take like a person with you. You could like I don't know.
Outside,
that's-
like, your
The
clothes.
difficulty would come with because like you know your body, like you know spaces, like you would have this instinctual. Well, you have an instinct to where you'd land because you'd know you'd be able to account for your own body, but it would be harder to do it with someone else because like I'm gonna put my hand on the roof of my car and I'm gonna park it at work and it's just like okay I need to make sure I get it in one of the spots. In between the
that's
lines.
true,
So it's
too.
like you could do all that stuff, but it's just more challenging.
And I think for the most part, you like the car to work is actually a great example of things like you could do it, but why would I even teleport to work with a car? Why wouldn't I just teleport to work?
That's true. Why do
Yeah,
you think
you're absolutely right. That was
well, maybe you're tired because it takes.
That sounded like I was being a real dickhead there. I think, but not really. Just
Well, it's your turn to drive everybody home or something. I don't know. You want to make still just teleport 3 or 4 times. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. The edge for me would go to teleportation. I think because we were so ready to put bending in the 3 spot. I
that's
just
a good point.
Yeah, I was more conceding because I didn't think I would get it that far, but
now
but now that I'm so close to the finish line,
I do have one question about the teleportation.
Right.
So I think so far just all understood that it's like you like poof you're here, poof you're there. Is that what you're thinking for teleportation, or is there portals involved with this at all?
I think it's a because we said Nightcrawler earlier. I think both me and Angus said that. So it's like a poof
it is a
figure
poof.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what Nightcrawler does, just to be clear, I believe he teleports. He phases out of not existence. He goes from his universe to a parallel one really quick, and then comes out of that.
Yeah, he passes through a demonic
Which is still
reality.
big deal.
That's why there's smoke when he
and it
when he
smells-
appears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He goes through like a hell dimension.
Which is very sexy.
That is
That's incredibly.
There's my
sexy.
hellfire right there. So,
oh
yeah.
man,
It's incredibly sexy.
I like sexy nominations.
I know. Hey.
Hey, you know what's cool, Angus, as someone who's watched Avatar: The Lost Airbender,
Okay.
Or Korra.
He's gonna have to tie Avatar to sexy. All right. Okay, go for it, man.
but they do martial arts to unique
Yeah.
martial arts to like perform this
Yeah,
airbending
it's 4
technique.
different styles of kung fu.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's kind of what I was getting at earlier, where it was like you need to like practice. Like
Yeah.
even the people who are so good at, even the chosen one, Avatar guy, the chosen one, he has to still practice and
I'm
he
okay
struggles
with that.
which is great. And like obviously I wouldn't want it to be too easy.
Yeah.
But it's like I think it's like having to learn not just how to use one power, but basically 4 different powers, because they all operate completely differently. They all require a different mindset, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm let's get a room temperature here. Dan, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think teleportation's got the edge here.
Justin?
I think teleportation.
Angus?
Teleportation.
All right.
Like,
Our
just
list
barely.
here, we have 5 shape-shifting, 4 healing factor, 3 time freezing, 2 elemental bending, and number 1 hellfire. Hell yeah. No, we have what was it that we had?
Teleportation.
Boring. No, I'm kidding. No, it's pretty cool. Teleportation is awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be a great skill.
It'd be awesome to have for like a few days.
I mean, I could see the downside, obviously, if there's like a catastrophe that you weren't aware of and you teleport yourself right into that area, then you might die, but whatever.
Well,
there's
hey,
there's
think about-
danger to all these powers.
yeah, I
Think
could
about
die
this
right
for-
now.
Yeah,
We could all die right now.
that's the risk of being
And
an
Mike,
Avenger.
because I may still eat the podcast. Remember. So, but think about this. One last thing on teleportation. Imagine you're in bed. Your alarm goes off. You got to go to work. Maybe you're even late for work if you were going to drive there. You just step out of bed, put some clothes on, and boom, you're at work.
You know, it's
man.
funny. Even with teleportation, I feel like I'd find a way to be late for work.
I feel 100%.
I'm sorry.
You have the power of a god.
All right, let's go into honorable mentions here. Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
That's fine.
Fire?
Rapid fire. Yes, we'll go around the circle here, same order that we've gone through, and just one by one nominate or just mention what your power would be. I'll go first. I would say Magneto's powers, like magnetic powers.
Ooh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
I would say like the Hulk's like Hulk out, rage. That's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to destroy Brooklyn? Cool.
Yeah, everyone wants to be the Hulk.
That's right.
Justin?
Because I'm creepy. Invisibility.
Nice.
You
Sexy.
fucking creep.
Yeah, that's right.
Angus.
Like my favorite superhero, Bugs Bunny, I would love to be able to reach behind my back and pull out any object that I need. I believe it's referred to as hammer space. So I'm
Dude.
going to reach behind my back and pull out
That's so
whatever
good.
I need
If
at
you
any time.
nominated that would have been on the list.
That
You think so? Oh,
Maybe.
shit,
I don't know. It's
should
pretty
have.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, 2 of my other nominations were on the list, and my 3rd original nomination's number 1. I think I did pretty good.
Energy blasts, I think.
Nice.
would be
Oh,
fucking
good.
Cool.
Good.
Like Cyclops.
Like Goku. Yeah, or like Ryu. You know what I mean? Like just fucking energy blast.
Okay, like with like ki energy or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Is it
good.
ki or chi or something? Ki.
I think it's Ki and Chi.
All right.
Yeah, cool. Kichi.
I'm gonna nominate my favorite X-Man. Oh, Cyclops. No, he's not my favorite, but concussive blast. That's still pretty cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Super speed. If I couldn't
Yeah.
get teleportation, I'd go super speed.
That's the one that we put on the calories rule for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
You gotta marvel that and not the X-Men movies. That one,
Yeah.
although it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Me. The ability to eat anything, like matter eating lad.
Yeah.
I could, like eat rocks, or like if you locked me in a cage, I would just eat the cage. You know, actually, kind of like Galactus.
Kind of like
It's coming full circle.
how would your poops look like? I wonder. It'd probably be really not great.
I think they'd be normal poops because my
Normal
body
poops.
is digesting everything.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I would say danger warning, like spider sense stuff. Danger.
So sorry, if you didn't have the spider reflexes, though, you would just know something that.
It's true. It's true. I would just know. I was like, fuck, it's coming to me, and I have no way to avoid this.
Now I'm not sure. Like this is why this didn't go onto the list at all because I wasn't sure if this actually qualifies as a power or not. But like to have a symbiote, does that work?
I would say it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
I'm gonna say
I'm still gonna
classically, I
say-
don't think it works out for the host. Generally.
Yeah.
My answer is symbiote.
Nice.
Not only like freezing time, but time travel. Just the ability to travel back and forth in time.
Nice.
Nice. The ability to say the exact right thing to end a conversation.
Oh,
wordsmith.
wordsmith.
Like how TV show like characters in movies are always just like, but you're forgetting something, blah blah blah, and it doesn't just keep going into an argument like real life, because the other person is just like, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, I say this, and like it cuts and it goes to a new scene.
I like that a lot, actually.
That's pretty awesome. The Force doesn't count, does it?
The
No.
Force, no.
Okay, cut the
Maybe-
Force.
Well,
No,
Does
the
it?
Force doesn't count. No,
That's
it's
what I
not
said.
super-
The Force and like Super Saiyan, like transformations. I was
Well-
like, I don't know if any of these guys like actually count. So
depends on the movie, I think. Yeah.
it should be part of the same
It
universe.
was like if it was in the prequel movies where they try to explain it away with science, I would say no.
No,
the
let's say
other
none of
ones
those. I'll go with machine, like talking to machines.
Oh.
Oh, technomancy.
Technomancy. That's the
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is similar to the Hulk, I guess, in kind of a way, but I always liked Colossus's like steel skin. Like I like that
Nice.
he could like you can have it and then it can go away as well.
Okay.
And he
Yeah.
grows like a few
Yeah.
inches as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Telepathy, like Professor X. Go boop, 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 and I know exactly what you're thinking and wanting.
It's a fun fact here. Every time I'm trying to think of something, but I'm like thinking hard, I always do the boop, 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 like next to Laura, and she's like, "What are you thinking about?" Boop, 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 boop. It's great.
Plot armor, the thing every protagonist has that ensures most of the time they will be okay in the end.
See, this is great.
And like that, I think I want to encompass in that just like anytime something bad happens, I'm able to, because I don't do this in real life, I'm able to like learn from bad experiences and be like, I've come out of the other side as a better person, immeasurably better person.
I love that.
Yeah, so that.
This was taken because of your shape shifting, but I had super facial hair growth because I can't grow facial hair. But here's one: eating fruit and being able to fuck up anything in your way for about 10 seconds.
Nice.
So become Pac-Man.
Popping pills.
Yeah.
This one's another like X-Men character, but from you guys saw First Class, that movie?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah.
The
Best
Darwin-
X-Men
It's
character.
probably the best movie. Yeah, probably the best one.
The Darwin character, where he basically his body adapts to whatever kind of environmental environment that he's in.
He died in a
Yep.
bad way.
He did.
Yeah,
that
that
was
is the worst
rough.
part of that
stupid.
movie.
Yeah, that was stupid.
They
remember
take
that
an
character.
unkillable character. I'd forgotten about it too. They take an unkillable character and kill
Kill
him.
him. It's like he can adapt to anything except for this.
Except for the first thing we tried.
Like a Captain America seems to have this super decision making. Like
Okay,
he
yeah.
knows
Wow.
he's a tactician.
yeah.
Like he's just like,
Oh,
you
master
go here, you go
tactician,
this, you go this. We're gonna solve them this way. Like I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I
he
love-
always seems to make like the right choice. Like
Yeah.
I'd even say in like Infinity War, the bad shit happens not because of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's doing the right thing every time.
Guys, I can't wait for this movie tonight.
God.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be
guys. Like we
amazing.
got to wrap this up soon. 'Cause we got to go see it.
Angus?
One more from My Hero Academia. Great show. Check it out. Sweaty explosion hands. And if you want to know what I mean by that, just watch the fucking show.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. How many more do you guys got?
I have
I'm
3 more.
good.
I got
I'm
3
good.
more.
3 more?
I got one more I could do.
Okay, let's do some rapid fires here. So Dan's good. I would say Eagle Vision from Assassin's Creed.
Ooh. Speaking with the dead.
Oh,
Nice,
Ooh,
nice.
okay.
Whatever power lets MCU heroes eat whatever they want and still have abs.
I like these gag ones.
Gag ones.
Gags. These are super serious. Super luck, like
Oh,
Domino.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's
Or
the
long
best
shot,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one that I had has actually already been said. So my final one, body manipulation, like Mr. Fantastic for a bigger dick.
Nice.
That's
the only reason I want it.
Nice.
What's up?
Shapeshifting though, Mystique could give herself a bigger dick if she wanted.
Yeah, you could. You forgot about the big dick.
Yeah. So you didn't
Can we go
read-
back?
You guys didn't read the newest X-Men comic, man.
It's number one. Though. It's number one.
It's got to be number one. Number one. Number one. Number one.
Yeah. I have a couple more. I'll just rapid fire them here. Some from anime. We have some ninjutsu from Naruto. I think that'd be fucking cool. You can do power mimicry, which is close to yours. Super learning, which was taskmasters. You can just
yeah.
look at stuff
okay.
and just know.
Yeah.
Let's see, talking to animals, bullseye accuracy, and the last one I have here is I looked this one up because I thought it was hilarious. This is a video game from the game Ring King in 1987, but. I'll just read it here. The most hilarious superpower ever imagined is the Ring King manager's power to heal your boxer's battered body with an enthusiastic quote unquote belt adjustment. Whenever a round is over and your fighter returns to his corner, the trainer immediately drops to his knees and goes to work on your fighter's belt. And heals you. So it's just constantly adjusting your belt and heals you. I think it's
I
pretty
love
good.
that.
It's pretty good. All right, that's the cast, guys. Oh my god, we
well
freaking
done.
did it. That's a good list. We have some good stuff in here. Dan Foerster, Hawkeye, are you excited for your movie tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
I really hope you die in this movie. No, I'm kidding. Dan, thank you for being on the cast.
It's a pleasure.
Do you have anything to plug?
Just like always, hey, I'm on Facebook and you can become my friend if you send me a friend request. So please do.
Oh, great.
So please do.
I need one.
Justin Godley, what do you got?
I host a podcast with my wonderful wife Shannon and a friend of ours, other Justin. That's what we call him. It's called Pull the Plug, and we talk about acoustic music and pop culture and make fun of each other and do stupid quizzes, and it's a lot of fun. You should check us out. Website is ptppodcast.com, and we do some Let's Plays too. Dan's been on a few. We've got a new one
Yep.
coming up shortly. And
Fantastic. Can we know what it is?
we played some more Red Dead Redemption. We tried to kill a crocodile.
We
Did
did.
it work?
And-
Oh, wait.
No.
No, wait. Don't. Oh, I was gonna say, don't spoil it.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. That wasn't even the whole point of
That
that
wasn't the whole
episode.
point.
Yeah.
And
We thought it was.
we got to play some Doom in
VR.
In VR.
That's fucking
and
cool.
Fuck, that's rad. So check
That's
that
awesome.
out. Yeah.
Angus Galactus, thank you for spending your time on the pod cavern before you eat us all.
No problem. And guys, I haven't even decided if I'm going to eat you guys yet. And honestly, just ignore that I'm putting a giant bib on. That's just the thing I do. This giant fork and knife mean nothing. I would like to plug. I'd like to plug another podcast on the Pod Cavern Network, the Improv Punch Up. I do with Leslie Cherupi, who's been on the show a bunch. We do improv scenes based on movies and TV shows and fun stuff, video games sometimes. Sometimes Tuong is on it.
Sometimes, yes.
It's a blast. And do that and check that out. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Galactus. Galacti? What do you like to be called? Lactus? Lactate. Okay, well, while he's chewing on my legs, My name is Tuong. Check out the rest of the Pod Cavern. Ranked, the show that you're listening to right now. Ooh.
Are you plugging the show we're in
That's
right
right. That's my superpower. Of course, Improv Punch Up, like Angus said. Talking Tongue. I think Justin's going to be part of this episode. We got some really fun stuff we want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Including Avengers, of course. Pod Cavern Plays, Cinema Saves the World. We're still working out our details for the next one of those, Justin. And yeah, stay tuned. All right, guys. Let's get out of here. Let's go teleport somewhere. Where are we going?
To the theater. We gotta go see Avengers.
Away from Angus.
I'll finish eating this and then you guys go.
Okay.
I'll meet you guys there.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.
Strange.
See ya.